Okay, okay, fine. I love Jakiro. It's good. It does a lot of magic damage, which is really lovely against Enchantress and heroes in general. And it has an attack speed slow and an AoE, which is great against summons, which is great against the beast, which is great against the Enchantress. The idea is they're going to coil the enemy, then they're going to lay down Jakiro's ult on top of it. It's going to deal loads of damage. Everyone's going to start crying, and Jakiro's going to be like, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Amazing.
Hey,
Thank
yo.
you.
And it's another stun. Long range stun as well, even better.
Perfect.
And they can defend towers safely with his spells against the push.
All right, now you can move on and talk about whatever you wanted.
All right, I'm gonna talk next about Faceless Void versus Puck.
Yep.
TSpirit. Like, you can look at Dota in many different ways, right? And I talked about how Enchantress is like 50-50 versus Timber. A lot of people like the Timber versus it. A lot of people would say they like the Puck versus the Faceless Void too. But there is that minority out there that think Faceless Void is good versus the Puck with the time dilation. So, TSpirit, moral of the story here is they're making bold moves in the draft. And we'll see if it pans out.
I think Void is pogging against Puck.
Yeah, but if you get coiled and silenced, two things, you're taking away Void's mobility, and
Spy
it's not good.
Lamar.
That does take a little bit of time to farm that item.
Right, understandable. But guess what they have? They have Enchantress, who can get creeps. They have Beastmaster, who's going to have the Hawks. So guess what? They're going to see Puck's movement on the map. Like, those two visions combined with wards, they should be able to scout or understand what outsiders are doing. They're also pro players, which means they have pretty good game sense, so they should know when heroes are not showing on the map. Like, Void knows his threat this game is Puck. So if Puck is not showing, he needs to be careful. He's going to play accordingly. I believe in his full ability, TI winning gameplay to be able to play around this Puck.
I mean, that's where the bold moves come out, right? Because you could, in theory, just pick a Juggernaut here and just press one button and be
Don't
okay.
like that. Oh.
And they're also playing Faceless Void into Timbersaw.
Yeah.
Which is another bold move, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that match up?
He doesn't do much damage. He's a very low damage carry until he has a lot of items.
Yeah.
You can actually destroy a Timber as Void, right? But if you miss that small window, it's very small. It's about level 2 to 3, where you have the time dilation. If you miss that window, you no longer will have any damage by the time Timber hits 4. Level 5, you got 0 chance, and then you're off to the jungle. And I'm very curious as to see what Spirit can pick here to deal with all of this. Dark Willow. Zeus is mid then.
That's it. That's going to be all the heroes picked for this game between Spirit Outsiders. It's time to bring in Ares and Trent as well and wish them a lovely good morning yet again, because we are all so very friendly on this panel with each other. And give Trent the opportunity again to discuss these drafts and if he's going to go blind faith in TSpirit.
Wow, this is so much more pleasant than how you guys were treating MLP and John.
I hate those guys.
MLP
I
and John,
hate those guys.
Yeah,
oh, God.
SEA? What region is that?
I'm done with that.
So nice and welcoming. All right, so is my faith in what... All right, tiebreakers will be ending in 3 games if Outsiders get themselves a W. So obviously my faith is in TSpirit. I do like the last pick, Willow. Toronto Zeus game. It looks solid the whole way through. Big damage. Got a Timber, got a Medusa. Get yourself a Shard. It's TI winners looking like maybe some tiebreaker winners here.
Okay.
Well, for tiebreakers, I want second cycle. I've been telling Trent I want us to go to the early morning. You're saying good morning. It's 1:40 a.m. here for me, so I'm ready to go super late. But we'll see. You Trent also called the Faceless Void.
I have a family.
I know, but I'm don't even watch.
I was gonna say Ares is gonna be emerging out of his bedroom at like 8 a.m. and he's like, Mom, Dad, get me some coffee. He's like, we're going again, another round. All right, well, these two seem to think it's going to be Spirit. They think it's going to go round and round in circles. Where do you guys sit on the couch?
I really like Outsiders draft.
Yeah?
Personally. But TSpirit, they have Spirit.
Wow.
Wow, you really convinced me. God, it's going to be a close one, isn't it?
I'm switching.
Yeah, he sold him.
I mean, I already made a prediction before of how this is going to go. So whoever won in the DPC season is now going to lose.
That's right.
So Outsiders won this matchup during the DPC. So
now you're putting all the eggs in the Spirit basket based on that one game that we had earlier.
Absolutely.
So you're saying that they're going to Spirit bomb
That's not funny.
I did not say that.
I'm just going to jump straight into this game between Spirit and Outsiders with Trent and Aries.
Thank you, Nat. Trent, you got any good puns for us to kind of help out? That the panel was struggling a little bit there. You got any?
No, they took them all. You know, they're just too punny. I can't keep up. That's all it is. You know.
Hang on, you got 3 kids. I'm expecting the dad jokes and the puns to be flowing through. Isn't this doesn't this just naturally happen when you
they do send you several handbooks as each child arrives. They just come in the mail. No one really knows where they come from. But you know, I've been putting off the reading. I've been too busy, you know, playing Dota. So I actually sent them to Lacoste. You probably noticed.
Oh, I mean, every time I tune in,
that's actually the secret of his source material. It's all my, you know, free books being sent his way. We do have a pause here, ladies and gentlemen, so don't panic right now. They had some lag with the team communications, so they're sorting that out here before we get into it. But I will say that despite me saying that, you know, I feel pretty good about Spirit, I do also like Outsiders Draft. I think a couple of their picks were particularly good. I really like the Jakiro. I think that they had a pretty open situation with their position 5 as to what they could opt for here. And I think the idea of the ice path is to sort of like double layer on top of everything between like the coil and as well as the tusk plays. Like with Jakiro, when you have these other initiators that you can easily follow up on from a distance, it feels really nice with your ice path. Like it essentially is just extending all the other stuns and combos that your allies have.
And I think we've seen so far for Outsiders, like the past couple of games for them, some of the issues have been the early game, the laning phase and the early game. Do you feel like this lineup that they have might be a little bit better suited to take advantage of the early game?
In some ways, yes. In other ways, no. That's kind of a problem with Jakiro in some ways. Like, you can sort of, like, secure a lane sometimes, but it's pretty rare that you, like, dominate a lane as Jakiro, I would say. You don't have the mobility for it. You kind of just, like, whittle the opponent maybe, like, back or out of it somewhat, and combine that with laning with a Medusa. I'm not expecting it to be a crushing lane here for Ramses or anything up top.
That's a good self outsider. Easy D-Ward. Okay. Oh god, people have really improved their BM game a little bit. You know, of course, the tips, the claps, the sprays down, and just a minor thing, just pump faking the deny.
30 seconds.
Man, even going for the self-deny on the obs, that's pretty intense. I mean, I guess it's versus a Zeus, so you kind of have to, but it's got to hurt a little bit.
No advantage for Spirit. He's just making sure he's not giving an edge to Toronto Tokyo, which does look like a very good Zeus game. They're going to have limited ways to get onto Mr. Toronto Tokyo. And that static field's going to come into handy. I've been seeing a lot of the Kaya Sunj, actually the Kaya into Agshard and then completing the Kaya Sunj. I know 9 really likes that build.
Yeah. Good one indeed. And we do have the small camp blocked as well here. And maybe dewarded by Yamich on the way by. We'll see. Would be huge for his puck. No. He's keeping that sentry for himself as he heads bottom.
So selfish. DPK's like, come on, man. Help a brother out.
Well, you know, you gotta let him check for himself and make sure it's blocked. But that'll be a sad puck player, as obviously Zeus does not have his small camp blocked. So we might even see a little bit of a contesting there from GPK. But these side lanes, going to be the really interesting part here to me. How will Faceless Void do? You heard Fear talking about it. Timber has some issues level 1, level 2 sometimes. And now dealing with a level 1 impetus here, straight away from a Poshka. So has a bit of damage to come out. And then you have Yadro, of course, with the potential for the bashes and then the time dilation eventually too. So it should be interesting. As while Miposhka here is beating into DM, we do have the wave being pulled around here by Yamich, and he's going on a long walk.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They've drawn on the map as well, so they're like, yeah, this is the trajectory. This is definitely the kind of the slight change we saw as well.
I love the fourth lane
to connect. Oh,
this
yes,
is great.
For a while, Dio, their offlane, they didn't have this capability to kind of drag the wave and then pull it through the tower. But makes it a lot easier now for them to be able to play into some tricky lanes. So maybe giving DM getting out of that kind of weak lane. Oh, sorry, the early stage. Like you said, level 1, level 2. What Fear mentioned is something he's worried about. So once he get to 3, maybe he can play the lane a little bit more safely.
Yeah. That was twice in a row, by the way, that Yamich tried to ice shards the creep ahead of time of HP left for the range creep, and Yadro denied it. So it's a bit annoying for our poor Tusk here.
All right, let's look at top, because yeah, bottom lane's getting a little bit too crazy.
It's so
for the
interesting.
moment.
I love this fourth lane. This is perfect.
yeah.
You know, look how many creeps there are. They don't even know who to fight. They don't know who they're battling. Okay, fine. All right, other lanes. We do have the Shadow Realm from Mira there, trading with Hakoda. Not an easy hero to trade with. And Mira starting with the headdress. So definitely playing this lane. Essentially, you're playing it passively, right? When you're bringing this in, you're not necessarily bringing in like the mangoes and the fairy fires, like stacking them all up with the tangos. You're just like, yeah, we're gonna kind of like grab our creeps, farm it up, grab our creeps, farm it up. We're not looking for a ton of aggression here.
It's also a lane where they have no ways to deal with the boars, but collapse has still felt necessary to go into the axes. Did you feel like this is kind of the build that we're seeing more and more now from the Beastmaster, even if there's no kind of counter?
I would say they do sort of have a way with like with dual breath as well as just the Medusa. Like I think that they do lose quite a bit of value. So I'm down with the axes. As you said, one's not necessarily that much more dominant over the other, except for like certain matchups. So I think if they have any decent tools versus it, you just go for the axes. And again, when you're playing a little bit more passive like this, the axes can be just as helpful in the boars in ways of like moving the creeps around and sniping range creeps. So as long as you know what you're doing with each build, then you can sort of achieve the same goals.
You see, what's Yamich up to? This guy's cruising. He's just going all the way around. Gonna maybe it's daytime. It's not gonna be easy to get this kill. Wait, oh, GPK's going for a snipe. GPK, nobody attacks me.
Come on.
Hang on, Tusk is still here. It's gonna block him off from getting the tower. Oh, the rotation pays off, and a little bit of bait in the end from GPK going for the Courier. Toronto, Tokyo tries to protect it, and in the end they get the kill. First blood for Outsiders.
Yeah, that was actually nasty. That was really well played. Because it is an unusual play to do that as a puck. To be like, really? You're going to dive this deep for this? Okay, I guess we're going to fight out a little bit. And then he just makes that play. And then up top, though, they do get the kill. Onto Hakoda. A little bit unexpected. But he actually just got punched 11 times by Dark Willow. So that's partially why he lost so much HP. He was just duking it out with her for a long time with the right clicks.
Damage? It was a nice scan. TeamSpirit, they were able to at least scout out the toss maneuver. You're able to do this, though, because Timber is self-sufficient. He's got it out of that scary stage. Level 4 now on DM. So he's going to be more than happy to be able to play this lane solo. So it really will free up the rotations from the Tusk. And we're going to see that once again. It's a bit of a deep attempt next to the tier 1 tower. Yamich might be in trouble, but the tower hits. Is it enough to get the kill? It's not. Oh, my lord. Survives on about 20 health here for the Tusk.
Yeah, Maposhka just not able to bully DM as well. Like, as you're saying, like, why Yamich can do this is that, you know, you're starting with the end. She has himself a Mud Golem, which is kind of all right. And they're getting some damage in there with the enchant slow here. Maybe this is it.
Oh, they're going to get him.
Ring.
They got the split on the Golem. This should be a kill. It already needs a bash. Come on, get a bash. Oh, no. Mid lane, Coil used as well. GPK and Yamich. See if they're going to have the damage for the moment. GPK has the AWP up shortly. Maposhka TP is in, but is on the right side. Not being able to get in range to help Toronto Tokyo out. So Yamich has been on point with his rotations early.
And the double control there between the coil and the silence alongside the shard. Just not much you can do even with a leap there. So forcing the rotation, as you said there from Maposhka, also going to hurt. As they were finally starting to apply some actual pressure to DM, you know, maybe try to keep him down a little bit. Now you have to just leave the lane. So we'll at the very least hope that it's a bottom spawn.
Ooh. Cheeky regen?
No, sometimes you get lucky. That's very, very good for them. That is not a regen rune on GPK. Because that is just going to snowball this lane even further in his favor.
The panel was mentioning that there might be some difficulties with dealing with the puck. I know you kind of have the maybe answer with the Faceless Void with the Chrono, but do you feel like the early game they might not be able to contest GPK?
Yeah, because like Chrono and Roar are both very good stuns, obviously, but Puck is a very crafty and slippery hero, and it's a little unusual for you to get that that chrono or maybe even that roar on a puck unless you have some sort of a leading stun first. You have something that's like sets it up. So if he makes a misstep like into a bramble or something, that's what you'll probably be looking for. Or maybe even just like can't stop a cursed crown or something from happening. It feels like he might be safe. So GPK is definitely set for a good start here, especially with how this lane's gone.
Look at this. A smoke down bottom connecting to DM. They've locked the coil, controlling
nice
2 heroes. That is a beautiful move from Outsiders. DM with the level 6. This is kind of the timing the Timbersaw can shove someone out of the lane with the catapult timing as well. And now without 2 heroes here, this tower should go down. I don't think they can TP back. That is a beautiful read from Outsiders to move down bottom and play with the Timber.
Yeah, completely ideal situation for your Timbersaw, right? You want that rotation to come through when you're level 6, and they are going to bring Yatoro back in. He's level 5.5. There's a lot of creeps here.
Look
Puck's
at this,
coming
GPK.
back.
Yeah, he
He's
doubled
like,
back.
he's there?
No, sir. You can't do this, Yatoro. You can't come back. They're going to penalize you for it.
He missed
He's got
it.
the time walk and he doesn't get it off. Oh, no. Yatoro's game not looking good. And the faces, wait, that is not a hero that catches up easy.
That's crazy. I can't believe he did that.
Oh, not a good start.
No, quite bad. Might have to take a couple cues from Ramses here with the old Midas pretty soon here.
Oh, not the Midas Gaming. GPK? Should be alright. You're trying to step
Thankfully-
in. Hobson.
Thankfully, Faces Boy can just buy Mask of Madness, and it's basically the same thing. Oh, nice snowball. Brings his buddy along with him.
He helps get a kill. DM off to a flying start. 1-0 and 3. Vanguard queued up. See what it's going to be for Team Spirit. Dude, how do you...
Yeah, how do you recover, right? That's the question. Because like you're wishing you had the puck on your team right now. You need that hero who can smoke up, go around the map, make plays. One hero that has saved many a team in these situations has been the Snapfire as of late. I feel like I see a team down 6-1, lanes went really poorly, they just smoke a Snapfire, they get some kills easy with the kisses. In this case, they're going to have the combination of the Thunder God's Wrath alongside the Bedlam from Mira, right? So Mira trying to rush to that level 6 now in the mid lane. That's the magic damage they're going to need if they want to try and bring down one of these heroes in combination with the Roar.
I do like this as well with Yatoro heading top. You've got the Chrono, you've got the Beastmaster with the Helm. No, he actually doesn't have Helm Dome. That's Miposhka's creep, but you're happy with probably dropping the Chrono, opening up this tower. And well, there's going to be no contest, it looks like, as Outsider's going to give this tower up for free.
Yeah, good choice there, and almost like some attempted vision perhaps here from Mira. He gets caught in the river and dies. No coil required. They do know about the dire wards inside their triangle right now. You can see the sentry come up. Oh, that's a value sentry right there. Oh, yeah. Get that obs, get that sentry into camp. Ooh. Oh, it's a good one. Oh, he still hasn't. Has he seen it yet? Oh, there it is. Hey, now he's got the vision.
Easy.
Beautiful.
Have a fight by the power rune. Another region down bot. All right, this time GPK will be able to snag that one. How about a fine game is the puck? 4-0 and 2. Oof, GPK.
Yep, gonna be into that Witchblade sooner rather than later here. With the space and the kills that he's finding. Has the treads done too, so very aggressive. And Toronto Tokyo still holding that Thunder God's Wrath. Still waiting for his allies, see if they can find that kill that they need. And now Mira does find the 6 down bottom. So goal achieved here. Maybe we'll see a smoke out, but you basically need the Roar, unfortunately, to get this kill with the Bedlam.
We got the D1. Yeah, Corey down here says... I'm just trying to see where Team Spirit even look to move with this smoke as well. Maybe you're considering about... I mean, you just mentioned you probably need the Roar. Maybe connecting to top. They don't really have any wards to play with for the moment. I guess that's a beautiful thing about a Beastmaster with the Hawk, but... See where the call's going to be, though, from Team Spirit. They do have the capabilities to find this pick-off. My only concern is if they use too many ultimates for it, maybe Outsiders look to get aggressive and put some pressure onto the T1 tower mid.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, I suppose there is also another bit of a gameplay going on here from Outsiders, and that is like, who does GPK actually go for kills with now? Because, like, Jakiro, obviously not the best in terms of a position 5 that wants to smoke and make moves. I'm much happier sitting in a dead lane and pushing out waves. Tusk, sure, down for it. 2 thumbs up. But, you know, these Timbers and these Medusa players, they don't like to get involved that often early. So, although he did just buy a Vanguard, so I like that quite a bit.
Oh, no, Miro. Oh, just walked down the stairs. They were going to get DM caught off guard there, and that's the smoke you were asking for, Trent, and it just doesn't pay off.
I mean, there's still no roar, so you can see the issue. Oh, that's huge, though, a haste rune. Unfortunately, it's not on hero that can really initiate, so it still makes it a bit tough.
Gotcha.
All right, so here's the deal: is that outsiders don't necessarily feel super pressured to make plays. Like they're double smoking with just with Puck and Tusk alongside their Jakiro. So this is unlikely to result in like, oh wow, are they gonna find Void? Ooh,
This is.
they just missed him.
Dude, how does he... I don't understand him sometimes. Yeah, how does he understand always when smokes are moving to him? It's always with the high fives, you know, starting to tip them before they make their way there. Like, that's not obvious. You had your support, the Enchantress. Well, seeing that now as Miposhka will end up going down regardless, but Miposhka was standing mid, acting like a bodyguard for the smoke to pop it. They didn't pop the smoke, but he still reads that they were moving to his location.
Yeah, now they're going to bring over DM, though. So they are serious about this. They get the kill, and they say, yeah, we actually want an objective here. So we're going to bring over a second core. Yamich feeling very confident in his tank ability right now. Just wants to try and find someone else for a kill, but haste rune pop from Toronto Tokyo. Mira in a very precarious spot here. You might be dead.
100% are looking dead on Mira. Struck him with a finishing blow. That ward on the higher ground able to scout out Mira connecting to help defend the tier 1 tower. Pushka? I don't know if you can set up to battle DM. This Timber is not an easy man to be able to bring down.
They do not have the damage. They actually need Bedlam. Like, you know, that's a free chrono with 2, almost 3 heroes right next to him, and he still doesn't go for it because he just knows.
Nice
Ooh,
Thunder Gods.
Scouting Thunder God's Wrath is the first one of the game. Aries, that is not a good sign. Let me just say that.
Middle tower is under attack.
Listen, yeah, I mean, I said nice Thunder Gods. I suppose at least it scouts out the smoke, but
Yeah.
like you said, you kind of need that damage to be able to secure the kill as TSpirit in a really tricky position. 5,000 deficit. Usually the Beastmaster is the one controlling the tempo early. Collapse is doing okay in regards to their net worth, but someone we really haven't addressed so far is Mr. Ramses. This Medusa already
Who?
managed to complete it.
There's a Medusa in this game?
She's free farming. Love and life is
Oh.
Ramses.
I didn't even know.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
just
tower
hitting some
is under
creeps.
attack.
8,000 net worth. 001 secret agent.
Falling out of control. Who needs a Midas when you had a good lane like this? Ramses is
Yeah,
no
you've seen this guy in
pressure
the
on
trash
him.
lane.
Yamich not gonna run to Miposhka. That's these wards are so important. They're doing an incredible job from outside. It seems like everything is going right for them. So yeah, Yokota gives him a tip as well. You need the vision to play with to get these pickoffs, just catching out whenever outsiders are by themselves. And I mean, she's able to see 4 heroes invading into the jungle, and just Spirit, they really cannot catch a break. Dude.
Yeah, it's just on the other side of the pillar. Doop, doop, doo. Playing with my ward here. Oh my god, they're just dropping vision everywhere.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright, so they're planting some flags down. This is their base now, apparently.
Oh, there we go. Miposhka got the jump in as well from GPK, and Miro threatening with the Terrorize, but won't see an opportunity to keep Miposhka alive. This is looking really grim for Spirit. We mentioned the possibility of them maybe getting pickoffs with their ultimates, but Outsiders have done an incredible job to make sure that that's not a possibility. So maybe they're just putting all the eggs into the Yotaro basket. I mean, I wouldn't blame him. It is an incredible position 1. We've seen what he can do in multiple games.
Well, GBK's hasted here.
Why not go for World 2's top lane? We do have a Roar as well, so hey, they find something. I'm not too happy with trading your position 2 for a support. They're also looking to move down bottom as well. They know Yutoro TP'd. He needs to get out fast, and GPK is able to recognize this. Yukota able to step in. He wants a high five, and instead they'll get the kill. A beautiful read from Outsiders.
10 out of 10 for Max Ice Path, by the way. Thank you, Hakoda. Big fan. Definitely play this game. All he needs to do is just follow up stuns. That is the key versus the Faceless Void. Mira, he'll be all right. Okay. I thought maybe the Witchblade might be hurting, but he's all good.
So, Trent, it's a bit scary when you see Outsiders playing like this. It's kind of the... I don't know if cockiness is the right word, but they're a team that has some flavor to them. They're always going for the tips, the high fives. When they're ahead, they're definitely feeling themselves. And this is a game where they're well and truly ahead, and they're making sure TSpirit know about it.
Yeah, definitely a team who wears their heart on their sleeve, as it were. You can always tell how the game is feeling to them in these matches, and very candid about their experiences. Even in the lobby chat, you know, they're very vocal. They're a chatty bunch.
It's a personality. It's nice to have some personalities in Dota. Gives us a little bit more flavor to everything.
Oh, the personality today might just be taking first place in the region. Win this game, and then we just have one more match to decide who's second and third. I hate to break it to you, buddy, but it's not looking too good for your endless tiebreakers. Would you like to hazard a guess at the Dota Plus win percentage?
91.
Oh, bang on, 92. You're one off. It's pretty good.
Oh, we don't take participation trophies out here. Yutoro. They're gonna try and kill off DM. Mira's nearby with the Bedlam as well. It's a decent amount of damage, but DM, they haven't been able to get the kill just yet. They committed everything for the Tiebreakers Outsiders. Oh no, they make sure that's not a possibility. In fact, just reaping the rewards, as now they're even considering Toronto Tokyo. Do it to them. To the triangle. They're going for the Beastmaster instead. They've been able to run into Collapse. GPK and DM in conjunction together. Collapse, he might get himself a kill. Finally, maybe they get DM. No, potentially Toronto Tokyo is trying to TP him, but he won't be able to catch up. GPK gets the finishing blow onto Collapse. Oh no.
That was like their last gasp. This chrono onto a Timber. It's like we have to find something. Like we have to. Like it's over if we just don't start doing something, right? Like they are out farming us. We already know that on all three cores. At least I can maybe chrono this guy, and then to just barely escape. I swear he was like down to single digits at one point during that fight. So pretty painful. Like talk about how they didn't really have the damage before. I mean, this Ench, 4 points the impetus. It was getting pretty good. He just couldn't quite close the damage. Excellent ice path there from Hakoda as well. Great defensive play, and even has the Force Staff now too. So while they come out for these aggressive maneuvers, Hakoda is here on the defense.
Oh no, they got him. Coil from GPK. He wanted to time walk over the cliff. He didn't think anyone else would be connecting with the Timber, but GPK was stalking that area. A Dagon completed on the puck as well. Oh, they are definitely feeling themselves. As look at DM go. 2/3 of Toronto Tokyo's health pool just getting evaporated.
Yeah,
GPK
the
is gonna get a solo
perfect.
kill onto Dark Willow too. Oh, he's being on godlike, dude. GPK. Oh, what a puck enjoyer. Is he in trouble for the moment? Raw. No, not able to find it. He's just playing with his food.
I love the Dagon and the treads. Like not going for this, you know, maybe like boots of travel and some of these bigger items like E-blades or defensive stuff like Lincolns or something. He's just like, you know, I can outplay. We're so far ahead. It's gonna take them so long to catch up. I don't need like an Aeon disc or something versus this Faceless Void. I'm not getting caught. Keep zapping people because they are just. I mean, he's level 18. All right, this Zeus is level 13 right now. This Faceless Void, he's level 11. All right.
Reckon Ramses has got his music playing and legs on the table right now. Feet
Dude,
kicked
he has
up.
no idea what's even happening in this game. Like he has zero idea. He's just like hitting creeps. He's looking at his mini map. Team just isn't saying anything that he needs to care about, and so he's just gonna keep hitting creeps.
Oh man, what a game for a carry. This is the ideal game. 2 kills he's been in. Really, those kills have been nothing. My guy. Again, I would not be surprised. Feet kicked up. He's got Scardy, man, the Dragonlance. He's so ridiculously farmed. No one else is nearby on Spirit. And he can just walk in and pop smokes.
He actually can't. Yeah, I am not concerned with him dying at all. There's no like level 2 Bedlam or something that you need to worry about.
GPK's gonna get a solo kill on your door. Oh,
Zap.
oh god. Zap indeed. Another purchase of the Dagon. Oh, this must be devastated on Team Spirit. I can't imagine what the comms are for them. Collapse is trying to get a solo kill onto Yamich. He might be able to. Is he gonna get away? A little bit of individual brilliance coming out of Collapse. Probably need to do that 10 times over.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Quickly as I go.
That's what the comms sound like. I was just giving an example for Team Spirit.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's that.
Radiant's
Just
top
a little bit of
tower
that,
has
pretty
fallen.
much. But no, Outsiders, I mean, what more can you say? They look absolutely fantastic. GPK is just crushing everyone who decides to leave the base. He can one-shot, I believe, their entire team, obviously, as he can easily do the Faceless Void. And pretty sure with, you got another Dagon up there, yeah, Dagon level 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can take the Beastmaster at this point.
You probably give him the Aegis, right? I guess maybe you're looking at higher gun, so kind of you like the Aegis on the higher gun siege up, but also GPK's like kind of don't want to die this game and continue flawless.
All right, if Outsiders are real gamers, they give it to Hakoda. That's the ultimate just like slap in the face. Might be a little too BM though, so.
I'll deny it. I'll deny
Okay,
it.
that would be good.
Oh, I'm honestly quite disappointed in Outsiders.
Yeah, how dare they take this seriously? Up 17k.
Are scanning.
Oh
Alas.
no. Not another Thunder God. It's the scout out, GPK.
And it
Gonna
didn't
run
even
into
save
the
him.
door. Oh god.
This must be one of the funnest games he's ever played. Against the TI champs to get first place in the region, get a bunch of DPC points. You got puck. After beating their puck, they hand you the puck, and now you're crushing this hard to the point where they can't show, or they just die. There's still not a single person on the Radiant who has a disc spell.
Is under attack.
Like, that's the state of this game.
Warriors are trying to run to the triangle. Rems is just chilling. Is like, yeah, good luck. My place now. This was a first phase puck as well. First phase puck. You got maybe some late game answers with the Void and the Zeus. We ain't getting into that stage though. Like you said, GPK is.
They
This
didn't
has
even
to be
make it
the
to the
best
early
feeling.
game.
Yes.
You know?
Oh,
They got about
God.
2 waves into this game, and it was like, ooh, yikes.
Again, this doesn't happen often in pro games where GPK is just mauling on people. 12-0 and 6, so you lap this one up. A puck, second item Dagon, and they're trying to smoke out to get something done. This is a smoke where Mira gets a ward down. Yeah, okay. All right, Trent, I've seen the way back in.
All right, I'm ready.
It all comes down to the kill score. There's just nothing else. You got to give Outsiders. You got to feed them 2 more kills.
Yep.
That.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Is when it
yeah,
happens.
that'll do it. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen one of these.
It has to be, right? 100%.
That's your best chance. Is some magic here. Whew.
Oh.
All right.
Wait, you're taught. All right, Chrono. Mira needs to
With the
step into the
veil.
damage from the Bedlam, but he's on the other side of the tree lane. GPK, there's no way he makes it up. There's no way. GPK.
Dude, the Lotus.
Oh, okay, they got him. Thunder God's Wrath at least gets the kill, but Team Spirit, they can't stick around. The rest of Outsiders connecting to bottom. In they go. Hakoda along with Yamich looking to join the party. And look at Hakoda. Even saw Collapse swinging on top of the high ground here. And meanwhile, you got Ramses hitting a tier 3 tower. So zero cares in the world.
Wait, but what order did those kills come in? We didn't make it, did we?
No, I don't think we did. They got the puck.
Is under attack.
Yeah, they got the puck before. I don't know actually.
Yeah, because then
Maybe.
they got the puck, but then the Void, and then the Dark Willow,
Has fallen.
right? So then the 22 came last, so it was 3-2-1, I believe.
God damn it. That was their chance.
But it happened pretty fast. Maybe I'm wrong. On the other side, though, Zeus did get an Agnivs off that. He got a crazy amount of gold. That was a very big streak. It was a godlike 10x streak. So, casual, like, 2k gold.
Might kill Pagoda. Collapse with the help of the Nimbus. He gets a gem, too? Oh, God. All right. Got Blink Dagger now
Toronto
completed.
Tokyo just, yeah, he's just never going to leave the base. He's like, I can't die.
He's got
I am the
Philosopher's Stone. This guy is just like, all right, give me all the free GPM I can get.
All right, now don't buy Kaya or don't buy Kaya Songs. Just get the refresher. Just go straight for it. You know, need full offensive power here. These are no BKB heroes, so that's good.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
And I mean, they still got ages for another minute, so Rams is just gonna
Radiant's middle barracks are
charge down. My base now. Good luck defending. So I've got a couple arc lightning. Yeah, it's not fun going to a Giga Farm Medusa.
No.
Nature attend us.
Where are the creeps? Oh no, not the micro. It's the only thing holding them back. I don't know what's going on top as well. Yatoro and GPK are kind of trying to stalk each other out. GPK just TP down because they see collapse. Blink away. They still have a tier 1 tower though, so DM should be able to continue in pursuit. Oh, Jesus. Level 5 in the Dagon's got the Van Brace for good measure.
They're pinging the Helm of the Overlord.
It brought me home.
It's getting away. Nice,
Oh,
nice.
no.
Oh, no, he found it. Oh, well, they found something more important, I guess. This face is... Oh, my goodness gracious.
Set up if you want, girl.
He dies so fast.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Do you gotta have fun here, GPK? Do you go E-Blade? Just see if you can continue one-hitting everyone?
Radiant's middle barracks are
How does that
under
do so
attack.
much damage? That is so... What an item. You know, Dagon... It's been rough for the old Dagon these days. Still a hard item to get ever since everyone just got another item slot and we didn't really buff the damage that much with the help of neutrals, so the item isn't quite as dominating as it was before. When you get into this early, though, and you're against heroes that rely so heavily on spells for survivability instead of outright HP, and you have a silence and a Dagon and a bunch of other magical damage, then, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
What could you do to make this Dagon a little bit actually viable? Like, we might see it maybe instead of 1 in every 20 games, we might see even 1 in every 10 games.
If it additionally took 10% magic resistance off to help make up for the fact that everyone's a little bit tankier, and then it would combo with all your other magic stuff. So, like, reduce enemy magical resistance by 10%.
Okay.
Ice Frog, you're welcome. Got you covered, don't worry.
Doing that Ice Frog's job.
Yeah, listen, everyone got free stats now with this whole neutral item thing, so I'm just trying to balance out a beloved item that everyone totally loves seeing on all their allies and enemies.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
While we're at it, why don't we bring back some Necronomicons at the same time?
Oh no, you're
And,
one of them. Oh no.
Yo, I tried my best. You know, whenever I was winning games, I would always buy it at the end, trying to up the numbers, you know. It was fun. You could micro on heroes that didn't have any summons. Get the little purge creep, you know.
Are you
True
a micro
sight? Oh,
player though?
That's
Can
fun.
you play micro
Micro's fun.
heroes?
Can if I need to.
Ah.
I can. Can I play them well? Well,
Yeah,
Let's
that's
find
a
out.
different question. Let's. I mean, I would say. Hang on, Ramses? Let's see. Let's truly see if they got the damage for the Medusa. She is giga farm. They've gone through a decent chunk of her resources, and Ramses is down. It
I mean, it
might
was-
come at a hell of a cost.
I think I
Meanwhile,
saw a kitchen sink in there. It was everything.
Oh no, GPK. Well, they'll get Mira. Maposhka gets a solo kill off to the side and will escape to live the tail. We are still kicking.
I feel like Ramses was doing the same thing as you. He was like, but can they? You know, is it enough?
Oh, Yatoro, no, don't get solo killed.
No, it hit. It
He's
hit.
going in?
The time
Hang
dilation
on.
hit.
This guy needs a lot of bashes. They're tipping down. Oh, yeah, Yatoro's got to get out. Oh, no, we went back in. Oh, no. Back into GPK. Another Restless Spirit. They got baited in. Maposhka. Hang on, that's a lot of damage. The last one. Yamich is gone. All the
I've
gold
never-
Maposhka's got.
I've never seen someone pray so hard for a bash. He wanted that so bad when he went back in.
Oh, no. Back into GPK. Well, they'll get Mira. Maposhka gets a solo kill off to the side and will escape to live the tail.
I've never seen someone pray so hard for a bash. He wanted that so bad when he went back in. but no love. And now a level 25 puck to boot there, just in case they want any BKBs or something. I also appreciate that, you know. The BKB's not even done, and the enemy puck is level 25. And he still has to buy the recipe. Oh, it's depressing.
Okay, Trent, I do have... Oh, wait. It went back down to 0. I was just going to say the probability went... It was 0 for quite some time. It went to 1, and now it's back to 0. So I was going to say that Spirit, they're making moves. 31
so
minutes
you're
in.
saying there's a chance.
Oh, well, it's back to 0 might be not the chance they're hoping for. GPK?
Ooh. Bit spooky.
Why is that tree there, man? I've hated this tree for such a long time. Wait, collapse? Is dry. GPK's got some pretty quick reactions. Maybe they were relying on the Nimbus stun to get the roar afterwards, and well, they're gonna make him pay for it. So tries to get the roar out. He's in the Nimbus. They might get Yakoda. Oh, Yakoda. No, not the dragon. Okay, they used the Thunder Gods. Oh, God. This is a hell of a game of Dota 2.
They're holding on right to the end. Ramses wants to test their capabilities here. The Chrono is now back, but he knows that there's no Thunder God's Wrath at the very least. Just a Nimbus to contend with. Oh, well, sorry. Let me correct myself. There is a Thunder God's Wrath. For a refresher is now complete. So he did the right play. Yeah, that's the right play, right? Yeah, there's no point getting anything else. He's not leaving the base. He might as well just sit here and cast his spells.
Oh, no. What do they do? Roche 2 is up. You can barely go through one life. How are you going to kill him a second time?
Is there anything more valuable than the Medusa one? I feel like the Medusa one's really good. I guess you could go Timber, theoretically, if you really wanted to.
Does Ramses die with Agshot and Scepter? I don't think so.
It's really good, this game.
I mean, the fact that Ramses has one death before he has a kill as well is just crazy.
Oh, he didn't take it. He's giving it to DM. Wait, is he? What's he doing?
No, he's eating the tome first.
He just really wanted to get that tome on there. Okay, all right.
Yep. All right, Spirit. Let's go. Yatoro's almost got enough gold for BKB. He's going to try and get that farm. They are hunting. Oh, look at this even. Outsiders just dropping ward at their triangle. Yatoro, don't do it.
That's a great ward. Because everyone does the same thing. They come and try and farm up there.
Dude, DM. Oh, God. What do you even do? You know DM is completely alone. There's no plays you can make. How long do you reckon he stays on the cliff for? I was going to say, we're going to take some...
Well, you might as well wait till the camp spawn, right? You know, he has a while.
Oh,
there it is. There it is. Oh, it's beautiful. I love me a good ward.
God. Oh, the supports. What a read. What a read. Outside is...
That's a great tip. I mean, I know you guys will never be dominating a game this hard, so you can't really make use of it out there in chat. But if you happen to find yourself getting carried to one of these situations, place the ward in there, because that's where the carry is going to try and farm.
Let's go, Miposhka. You're the true hard carry now, my friend. A snowball passing through 3, even a kickback for good measure. Yamich does end up going down. Miposhka's doing a decent amount of damage on the Enchantress, just trying to stay next to the T4 tower. GPK is ultra deep as well. Lotus Orb to protect him against the roar, but the stun still goes through.
Come on now, GPK. Don't get too clowny. Haven't we all been in this situation where you're like dominating so hard, you're getting a little clowny, and then someone dies, and you're just like, okay, I guess they want to play Dota longer. I guess 30k is not enough, huh?
Yeah, another 5 minutes of prolonging this. He's dead for so long as well. The second death on GPK. God. I reckon... Do you think Miposhka's... Surely he's done more damage than the Void so far.
Yeah, I would say so. He's had some nice impetuses going. I mean, he has the Hurricane Pike. Did they... Oh, he has 4,000 gold? Can I get a Sprunk? I mean, it's not the best item with the eggs, but I still want to see it.
What? Do you consider Moonshine?
Oh my god. Oh, he's got it already. It's on the way.
Okay.
That is definitely the correct item. I just like destroying. Because with the Chrono now, he does a ton of damage.
Corey is a Chrono bot. He's also going to be caught out again. He's got BKB this time. So Yamich, as long as he holds one... Oh my god. Oh boy. Fun game for Eudora. He's got 12 deaths, dude. Oh my god.
That is pretty ridiculous, actually. What a miserable game this has been for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Middle tower.
Sure, for TSpirit. They're feeling the pain right now. Ramsey's still got ages for plenty of time.
Where are you going?
Dude, this high ground defense on Miposhka, you can't lose this Enchantress. I hear a coil off to the north. Who have they caught? Missed the collapse. Down for 100 seconds. That is a dieback indeed. And they're tickling him. GPK's finds a free angle to jump in. Another easy beat down with a Dagon.
Oh, GBK's so good. He's so good. He took his Aeon Disc out, put it in his backpack, and put it back in. Because he knew that was about to happen. Because he was close to having it procced. Oh, that was so nice. I was really hoping he was going to do it, and I was like, they're winning, so he's not going to do it. And then he did it anyway.
He's just practicing the little mechanics that he needs coming up for the major. And all those individual plays you need to be able to set yourselves apart from the other players, the other teams, and I mean Outsiders. This is a well-deserved victory and a well-deserved first place as well.
Oh, I mean, Aries, it's not over.
I'm sorry, my apologies. How long have you been 0% for?
I thought you wanted some best of ones, right? Don't you want this to keep going forever?
I wanted a second cycle. I don't think you understand how bad I woke up this morning and I was telling myself we are getting a second cycle. I'm more than happy to go until 6 in the morning. I don't care.
Sorry, buddy. It's just a unicycle today. Just the clown shoes, you know?
Come on. No, not like this. Ramses, he's had enough of this game. Ramses wants out. And Eudora's going to make sure he can't get out just yet. Oh, God.
Miss.
Oh, they should get him in the end. A tough game one for the lads on Spirit, and it's going to be difficult for them to reset into this next game. DME also wants out as well, just trying to do whatever damage he can get. I think they caught GG's before Spirit did as well. I don't know what. All right, Outsiders, congratulations. What a crazy game to be able to secure this first place spot in the end. They will come in on top here for the third tour.
Yeah, just like his former team of EG last night. They just take the 2 straight. And they say, yeah, we're done. No more tiebreakers, please and thank you. I'll be on my way here. So Outsiders heading to the major as the #1 from the region and further solidifying my prediction that they'll come second, as I said. So you're welcome, Outsiders. Looking good. Very good team right now. Very well coordinated. GPK, like the cores, that's something we've been praising a lot about Na'Vi, I think. Particularly like no one stepping it up and like looking like his old self. GPK is someone who I kind of was expecting the same thing and hoping for, because he's someone who, when he first came out on the scene, was extremely flashy and had a lot of games like this. So seeing that sort of a match to end his tiebreakers has got to feel really good.
Yeah, it probably gives them a lot of confidence heading into the major as well. I know we're a little bit away from it. There might be some other tournaments that they can work on as well. I'm actually not sure if they are going to the tournament coming up shortly, where there's a lot of, I think the game is 8. But regardless, Outsiders, an incredible performance. I am excited to hear what Fear and the panel are going to be able to talk about, because Outsiders, they demolished this game. So we're going to send it over a break. And when we come back, Fear and the panel can help break this one down.